Hey there, fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to talk about how you can build goodwill for your brand via your website. Because your website really is an extension of your brand and your business. Even if you think you're a brick and mortar store, no. Your website is a definite part of things. So let's figure out some ways that you can build that goodwill. And really what it starts with is really doing your marketing research and look at your analytics in there and see what people want from your site. Ask them, what would you like to do from our site? Do you want to be able to order? Do you want to be able to talk to client personnel? Do you want customer service on there? What is it you're looking for? Because when you do that and you start to understand what people want from your site, you can deliver what they want. And that's where you're going to build goodwill, giving them content that they actually want. So that's why you'll see ESPN, on their site when it comes to fantasy football. They know that people want their fantasy football information throughout the fall and early winter because they're playing fantasy football. And that's going to be on the main page, easy to get to, because they know that's what people want. You're making it easier for me. Thank you so much. That's why my thing for you is, what are the 3 things that people search the most on your website? And if there's 3 things that they're really searching the most, make sure you have links to all 3 of those things on your main page, because that's what most people are coming to search for and they're not finding it. So it's right there for them. Click, I can go right away. I don't have to search. It's made easy for me. That builds goodwill. And when you're giving people content, the next way you can actually build goodwill is really make sure you tell visitors what they want to know. So for example, if you're buying gifts for the holidays, you want to know, will this get here in time for the holidays? Because if it doesn't, it's no longer a holiday gift, it's a Valentine's Day gift. I know for me, I got my wife this cast iron skillet I was hoping for Christmas last year. Unfortunately, I ordered it and about a week later, oh yeah, it's gonna come in February. I'm like, oh. So I went from a great Christmas gift to a really great Valentine's Day gift? Not what I was looking for. If they would have told me that, then I would have planned accordingly. So give people that information. Be upfront with them with shipping times, with taxes, with timelines, things like that do make a difference for people. So share that information. Tell them what they want, especially when these things are going to impact people. That's why if there's strikes or if there's pandemics going on, you want to put that information out there to say, this is how this pandemic or this crisis or this strike will affect your potential service from our company, okay? Even though it's sharing bad news, it's sharing things people want to know, and that builds goodwill. Now, another thing that builds goodwill and helps you make sales faster is make sure you're cutting out as many clicks as possible. That's why when I said, what's the most searched thing? What's your most popular stuff? Have that on the main page so it's easy to get, because every click people have to do is a click they might not make. That's why you don't want to make it 10 clicks to buy a product. You want 3, maybe 4 clicks maximum until people actually buy your product. That's why you have the buy now button. That's why the cart button is in the corner all the time. That's one of the things I always get upset with is when companies send me, oh, here's the UPS code. You can go search when it's going to be delivered. I'm like, would it take you that much more to make the link for me? So I just click it, it shows me. I don't want to have to copy, paste it onto another thing, especially when I'm on my phone. I mean, how many of you like to copy and paste from your phone? Yeah, it doesn't work that well, right? And so let's make it easier for people. Do that so it's easy for them to figure out that information and save them that click, because that's one less annoyance they have. And another thing that really will build goodwill is if you put the effort into your website. I mean, you can tell when people have a good website, you're like, dang, that looks good. I trust that website. I want to go back to that website. Other ones, you're like, oh, it's such a pain. Why would I ever do that? In sports, Bleacher Report, their app is fantastic. Their website, I'm like, I don't want to learn about sports ever again. Give me the app. You have to realize that sometimes those things will turn people off because the effort isn't the same. And so make sure you're putting that effort in. Make sure it's a website that looks good. I know I do a social media marketing course, and I see the students that put the effort into the website and the ones that don't. You're like, you're getting a better grade because you put that effort into that blog. That is awesome. Yeah, the words are nice, but it's on a blah template. I mean, think about it. Do you like it if your professor just has the plain PowerPoint slides, white background, black letters, nothing there? No. You're like, could you at least put a template in there to make it look nice? These kind of things build goodwill, shows that you care about your clients. And the last thing I'd say to build goodwill, and there's a lot of things you can do to build goodwill, but the last one I want to talk about is just having all those little extras, right? Like make sure you have printer-friendly pages if it's something they've got to print out. Make sure you have a mobile-friendly version, so if they're going from their, if they're looking on their phone, it's easy to view, because no one likes it when you have like the desktop version on a phone. It just never works that way. You do these little things, have those frequently asked questions put together, have a forum for people to talk. You do those things, those little things, it helps build goodwill. It's like, wow, they knew what my question was going to be and they already have an answer. Thank you so much. Because that's just another version of good content. Because overall, remember, content is always king when it comes to social media and it comes to websites and stuff like that. People want good stuff, and building goodwill comes down to it and a lot of different things, but really what it is just building good content and having good content for people that they can access. That's going to build some goodwill. All right, so I wish you all the best, and I'll say bye from here on Tybee Island. We actually have a video that goes through some of the ways you can destroy goodwill from your website for your brand, so you might want to check that out to make sure you're not making any of those mistakes. Anyway, I wish you all the best, and I'll say bye from here on Tybee.